Have you ever heard of binaural beats? So if you haven't, let me just kind of tell you a little bit about them. Basically, what happens when we listen to things is each ear hears certain things, and then our brains creates the full picture. Each ear actually operates separately. So when you're using a set of headphones, whatever's going in the right ear could be different than what's going in the left ear. And when you're dealing with binaural beats, the brain is going to hear the frequency in the right ear and the left ear and then combine the difference. So if they're exactly the same, you hear exactly what's presented. But let's pretend for a second that the note coming into the right ear is 440 hertz, and what comes in the left ear is 444 hertz. The brain isn't going to hear either one. The brain will hear 4 hertz. And what that's going to do is it actually affects our brain waves. There are certain ranges, which I'm not going to go into right now, that affect things like sleep or focus. And there's alpha, beta, delta, gamma. There's different levels of brain waves. Theta, those are the main ones that get affected with these binaural beats. And so what happens is we can adjust the brain waves into these different patterns to get our bodies out of fight or flight. Now, what happens if you apply the principles of that binaural input with affirmations? Magic. So, generally speaking, it is said that the best voice for us to listen to is first our creator, right? The second most important voice for ourselves to listen to is our own voices. And when we speak things and we hear them, we hear our own voices say them, we are putting ourselves in the path to receive them. This is one of the reasons why saying things, like I am stupid is really a bad thing, because I am not. And if I say those things over and over again, my subconscious is a lot more likely to start believing it than if I hear it from someone else. A lot easier to dismiss someone else. And so I have started using the AO Mindsync, and it's magic. I want to share you a little bit about it with you. So just to kind of recap here, have you ever done affirmations? Or maybe you set goals and you repeat those goals to yourself, and maybe you recite them out loud. Or I have liked to record them and then listen to them. And I like to listen to them for several minutes every day. But what happens if you take those affirmations and you now apply the principles of binaural beats and some of that hertz offset with your affirmations? That's where the magic starts to happen, because now I'm no longer only getting it on the physical conscious level. I'm actually going to get it imprinting deeper into my brain. So let me show you how this works so you too can do it. So here I am inside my AO scan, and you can see this is the home screen. And for the purpose of recording my AO Mindsync affirmations, I want to be sure that I'm using a Chrome browser, and I want to be sure that for best results to use my microphone. So when I'm in my scanner, I'm just going to click where it says AO Mindsync here at the bottom, and that's going to bring up this screen. Now, you'll notice here on the screen, it has affirmation script. I can click on this and it brings up all kinds of different options. So for example, maybe I want to work on my memory. If I click on memory affirmations and I now click this record, by the way, quick tip, I find it best if I click off on the offset for the purpose of recording. Now, when I go to record, I'm going to hit this record button. That things start scrolling. These are possible scripts. I could record them. I could say I have a photographic memory. I could say I recall the images and events of my past. Or I can actually say my own things. So for example, I could say, my memory remembers the thing I need most in the moment. Perfectly acceptable. Just remember that whatever your affirmations are, you want to make sure that they are positive and they're present tense and they're not flowery and, very long. Done. I'm going to end that recording by clicking on that red button. Now, when I close the scanner, that recording is actually going to be gone. But what I have found, so what I want to do, I want to decide what music do I want. So you'll see here, there's lots of different options for music. And I'm going to try ambient evening. And then I'm going to listen to this. I'm going to press the play button. And you'll see it processes. Oh, that's pretty nice music. And I'm not going to keep playing because you don't need to hear me repeat what I've already said. But I can kind of check what the music is. If I don't like it, I can choose, let's try Meet Again. And it'll process it. And from here, okay, maybe I like that one. Okay, the point is, pick your music. Now, it's important. Do you see this button in the upper right corner? That's going to be to email this music file to yourself. It's going to contain your affirmation overlaid on top of the music you've chosen. Now, you'll notice I told you when you record to use the offset hertz to off. But that's not going to give me that binaural input. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click low, and then I'm going to email it to myself. That's going to be a slight offset. Then I'm going to click mid, and I'm going to email that to myself. And then I'm going to click high, and I will email that to myself. Now, the reason I send all three, I don't personally record new affirmations every day. Some people do. Some people want to come in here and do a single affirmation once a day. Cool. Then you don't need to bother emailing yourself. But I have a specific list of things I'm working on shifting in myself. And so those ones I have created 3 music files, low, mid, and high, by clicking that email button. And then I'm going to click send. That's going to send me those 3 files. Now I'm going to download them and I'm going to rename them because I want to make sure that I have that I know which is which. So I'm going to show you those music files now. So here I am in my music player, and you can see that I recorded them on the 20th, my files, and you can see I have the offset, low offset, the mid offset, and the high offset. I have found that during different parts of the day, certain ones will sound kind of wobbly to me. That's the best word I can give you. But others, I will feel it directly in my brain. And so I will choose which one. So for example, this morning, the medium offset was the one that I could feel really resonating with me. And then later on, I might find the high offset is better. So if I'm listening during the day to several different ones, then I can change the offset really easily without having to re-record. So my question to you is, what are you going to do with this tool? Are you going to record your goals? Are you going to record things that you're wanting to shift in yourself? Are you going to just record some affirmations and follow the script? All of these tools are great tools, but the magic is going to be when you make sure to listen with those headphones. Like seriously, if you've got an offset, you must have headphones in both ears. And then keep going. And make sure that when you hear those affirmations, you take a deep breath and you feel gratitude. You feel gratitude that that thing is there. Because when we mix feeling with that statement, we're going to get there even faster. Have a great day.